here, and there was supposed to be a committee that met to protect agricultural zones or farms or something?
They did. They met. Elizabeth is part
I
of
mean, what's that called?
the agricultural security meeting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in protecting stuff like that, but on the other hand, you build a new house to it and they complain they got chickens next door. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we want farms protected if they can be, if the farmer chooses to.
Chickens are permitted on 1 acre. That's the new ordinance passed about, what, a year ago? Chickens and lambs.
Well, I think our township is set up that there is no agricultural zone, but
Right.
farms are permitted on all zones.
There are no
Okay,
farmers left.
okay.
Well, then maybe that won't happen if somebody proposes an agricultural zone, maybe that same thing won't happen. It happened 20 years ago.
And one other thing I'd like to say, unless there's been a change wherever, the MPC or wherever, this is also the time for any resident who's interested in a zoning change to come forth and speak their interest. And that could be done without them having to pay anything to do it. Is that correct?
Right.
So this is an advantageous time for residents who might want a zoning change.
Well, Mrs. Cobb referred to that any property owner has a right to ask for the property to be rezoned, but there are costs involved that the township has to advertise and have a hearing and things like that, and the MPC requires them to pay a portion of that cost.
And
So,
how much is it, $500?
no, it's
Zoning change?
it's set at 500,
Application fees 500.
but if there's multiple ones on the same thing, is it a little bit less? Or that's not the point. Elizabeth is right in that if somebody comes to a meeting like that you're going to have, if they bring that presentation to you and then you in turn feel that that is a good type of zoning to consider, then if it comes forth from your board to the planning commission and to our board, the township can do it. If we do it, there's no cost to residents to have property changed, but individually, and if you've come to our meetings in the past, you know that every once in a while somebody comes to ask to have the property rezoned, and it's either a yay or a nay, but that's how it has to work. Her suggestion is you might get people requesting or suggesting zoning changes, and you'll feel it has merit.
Eric?
Yeah.
As you move forward with this process, I suggest that maybe you try to use the township website. You could not only tell, instead of advertising in the paper, pass the word around to everybody. Get on the site, you'll see when the next meeting is, when the board puts up the next meeting, and then the group that decides on when the meetings are. And even when you go to put out a survey, if you know you could get onto that, maybe you could put a spot on the township website where people could see what was being updated as it progresses.
Good point. Dawn,
It'd be easier for everybody to access it.
does that sound good, Dawn, or is that feasible? Yeah. This was there was the questionnaire that was here. I don't know, that should even, wait till the board starts meeting on your own and just see that questionnaire, how long you lived in the township, and what is the gender back in, this is 98. Do you plan to move from the township in the next 5 years? Do you own 10 or more acres in the township? So it gives a pulse of everyone that I think that company, Ron, must have pulled together. Do you favor the current policy of limiting the number of homes built on private road to 2? Do you favor paying for garbage, recycling tax dollars? These are issues that we were dealing with in '98. What's your opinion of redistricting using a scale 1 to 5? 1 is rural and 5 is fully developed. How would you describe Cecil Township today? So those kinds of things that can be asked. 1 to 5. 5 is fully developed. How would you like to see Cecil in 10 to 20 years? Yeah, so let's get the input of all the residents and see that we should keep the green spaces. Future commercial development, get their pulse on there. What additional facilities are needed in Cecil? More parks, ball fields, soccer fields, street hockey, basketball courts. tennis courts. And those are, yeah, that's very, very important. What additional township-sponsored recreation programs are needed in the township? Volleyball, day camp, exercise, archery, golf lessons, ski lessons, tennis lessons, Mother's Day out. Please evaluate the following services: fire, police, road maintenance, sewer, snow removal, park maintenance, recycling program, garbage collection. But this was an insert that was not that once we develop maybe those similar or same questions, we could be handing them out and getting a response or putting it online as Andy had stated. And but I'm thinking maybe it would be wise to have a name associated with it instead of anonymous, like Ron pointed out. So have a name so we know who said it. That's all I have.
I was just gonna say, absolutely, because then you don't want people responding 15 times to the
Right.
same person. you know.
Right. And that may have been what happened for your situation, Ron. Michelle, you used to put your hand up whenever the question was asked about sending out the surveys. Did you say no to that, or would
Yeah,
you,
just, I
you
said.
see it as a waste, or what?
Yeah, I see it as a waste just based on what the response we got last time. I mean,
Yeah. Well, that was newspaper. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if we only got 50 responses,
Oh.
that's a lot of money to pay for a minimum response.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also have a presence at other community-sponsored events like the Fall Festival or something like that, where people could come and you could run into people that you know and provide that information.
Yep.
Solicit input that way, like at a booth or at the trail of treats or those types of things too, to try to get additional input as well.
Yep. Well, that's another very good idea. Or on the trail, on the walking trail, put a flipboard up there, or at whatever event's going on in town. Yeah. Anybody have anything else? All right, thank you all for coming. We'll keep you posted.